The seed is there, but the harvest has not come yet. Even with wanting to wear someone else's armor, when Saul's armor was presented to him, David stated, nah, I don't need that. That's my words. I don't need that. He was confident to say, no, I'm not worthy to wear that. And most importantly, he didn't want Saul's armor to take glory for what God was only going to do with 5 smooth stones. Mia, where you getting David from? Where you getting all this stuff from? Where I'm coming from with this is that we have to understand that the sufferings of our present time are not what? Worthy. They are not worthy to be compared to the glory that shall be revealed. It ain't worthy to be compared to it. So I don't care if it is 37 degrees outside right now. It feels good because the forecast states that it's going to be 50 degrees. So I'm giving God praise for what it is as if it's right now. Because I know that if I keep the mindset of what it is, I won't walk around in depression for what it is presenting itself to be. We have to be encouraged to have the same mojo in the spirit, to know that what God said that shall be, or what God said that is, it is. Because the truth is, we have the power to command our morning. And we also have the power, thank you, God. We have the power to trust that, Lord, I trust you enough that I have been obedient to you. I've walked upright before you. My heart has been good before you. I trust you to make time stand still. That time shall stand still until I see the salvation, until I see my prayers answered. Just as he did for Joshua. The only time that's recorded in the Bible that time actually stood still. It stood still until what? Victory was accomplished. So I want you all to know, as well as myself, he's encouraging me this morning that he will even allow time to be held up until his word comes to pass in my life. But it's all according to what comes from my mouth. That's why you have to be careful of what you speak. Most importantly, you got to be careful of what you put yourself around. I just so happen to be around my seed that reminds me, oh no, it feels good right now. Even though it shall be 50 degrees, but I'm praising God and I'm thinking with the mindset as if like it's 50 degrees already. Does that mean that she was foolish and didn't wear a coat today? Does that mean that she wasn't wrapped up? She still was wrapped up. So yeah, sometimes we allow the enemy to send us off to say, well, God said that it's going to be that I'm going to have a house, so I'm just going to not pay this rent because God said I'm going to have a house. No, you still remain steadfast. You still remain wise. Don't allow the enemy to make a fool of the God that's within you. You walk in wisdom when it comes from God. But you walk with your head held high, knowing that, yeah, I'm paying rent for right now. But next year, I'm going to be paying a mortgage. And then after that, someone's going to be renting out this house as I move on to my next. May time stand still until you see the salvation of the Lord. May God allow everything to be held up until his promises come to pass in your life. That the day will not proceed until his glory has been revealed. I speak that over you, over myself. Because there are some of us that we understand the power that we hold within our mouth, within our mind. And we understand the importance of commanding our day. Put a command on what you expect to see. Actually, let's change that. Put a command on what the Lord has whispered into your spirit. Put a command on it. And when it comes to pass, don't forget that it was him. Don't forget that it was him. And just know that just because you've been anointed for something, that doesn't mean that you walk therein thereafter. It means that your mindset changes. Even if the circumstances around you don't change, your mindset changes. And you begin to perform it before you are sitting in it or on it. Let's learn from our predecessors. Let's not just focus on David and Bathsheba. Let's look at the heart of the king that was developed within David. Learn from that. Learn from it. You're anointed. You're anointed, but you still need to be developed. And there are some things that, yes, God will still allow time to stand still. See, I told you God don't operate in time. He is time. He don't need to wait. He don't need to wait. But he realizes some of us need a little bit more. He knows that some of us need a little bit more. Just a little bit more. So in the interim, everything that's meant for you, because he's holding that time up until you developed and ready, everything that's meant for you shall be for you. That's why you don't got to take nothing from nobody else. That's why you don't got to envy no one. A blessing, they say, with your name on it, belongs to you. But I'm going to tell you that your life that God has already ordained belongs to you. Can't nobody have your life. Can't nobody have what God has for you. Mill, can I give it away? Yeah, you can. You can forfeit it by what comes out your mouth. Let's keep the faith of my teenager, Maya. I want her to stay a little girl so bad. But let's keep that faith, not just believing in something. I would have said belief. Let's keep the obedience that she's showing. That even though right now, Mom, it says that it's 30 whatever degrees, I'm going to follow after what the forecast is stating. And I'm going to let my words match it. Obedience in action. And I'm going to say, yeah, I know it's 30 whatever degrees now, but it is or it shall be 50 degrees. So it feels good. She's showing obedience in action. She's not saying it's 30 some degrees. Oh, the weather sucks. It's horrible. Da 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 da. Yep. And I bet when she get out of school, she gonna have an attitude and walking like her life is horrible. Why? Because she spoke it. I'm so grateful that what God is doing in this season of life is that he is building us up, and he's starting with our children and in subtle ways. I love it. So let's be